What carbon brushes do I need to buy for my particular Numatic Henry vacuum? It's a question that I get asked all the time, and today we're putting it to rest. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which carbon brushes to buy for your particular model. I'm going to try and keep the amount of numbers and jargon that I throw at you to an absolute minimum. I do apologise if I do have to mention some numbers, but I'm also going to put the information in the description. I'm also going to chapter off this video so you can look up your particular motor if you already know the code. I think that's everything. If you do find the video helpful, please don't forget to like it. Before we begin, and I will make this quick, sometimes you do need to know how old your Henry is. So on the sticker underneath the handle, there is a long number. That's the date code. We need to be looking at the first four numbers. The first two are the year, the third and fourth are the week of that year. This is when it was manufactured. You might need that information, you might not. I just needed to mention it. I do apologise, on with the show. To keep things simple, I am going to go for the most popular models. So we're going to start back in 1995. Now, they're not the oldest Henrys, but they're the most popular. Working from that date onwards, they're going to be the most popular ones. If your motor isn't on this list that I do, if you have an older one or quite a strange one, just chuck it in the comments below and I'll help you. So yes, let's go back to 1995, if only. And the first motor we're going to look at is the UD11054. Now this is going to be in a Henry with a red rocker switch to turn it on and off on the side of Henry's hat. And the writing on Henry's hat, where his name is, will be the same colour as his tub. These went from 1995 to 1999. So we're looking at the date code starting with anything from 95 to 99, and the carbon brushes that you need are here. They're also in the description. This type of carbon brush comes just as an insert, so you don't get the holder with it. You use your existing holder by taking down the flap at the back and removing the old carbon brush and putting the new one in. Now to the next motor. From 1999 till 2004, we have the UDS1053SN. Now this started off with the red rocker switch on the side, same as the previous one, but the writing is going to be white. And then it did change to the push button. So if you've got one of those push buttons on the top and it's a single speed, this is the motor that you've got. Carbon brushes that you need for the UDS1053SN are in the top corner now. They're also in the description. Now they come just as the carbon brush themselves. You need to reuse your holder. Sadly, the carbon brush holders for this one aren't available. On to 2004 and through to 2013, we now have the best Henrys ever made. Any Henry with a high-low switch. You have the motor DL21104T, or a very similar number starting with DL2. Now the carbon brushes for this motor actually come with plastic housing. Sometimes the housing is black, brown or pink or like a reddy colour. They are available in the link in the top corner and on the description too. Remember, this is any Henry with an high-low switch, but this motor does have one variation. In 2013, around week 7, they changed to a different type of carbon brush. They're like a weird red colour, they look like this, and they came on these motors just for a very, very short period of time. It's just to warn you in case you've got a high and low switch, just to make sure that your date code isn't after 1307. Now on to 2014, and we started to get the lower wattage motors. It's not Henry's fault, it was an EU legislation, so all the motors now became a lower wattage. To know if you've got one of these models, it'll be a single speed, so no high and low switch, and in its place there's likely to be a light that tells you when it's plugged into the mains. The most common motor size on these ones is a 620 watt. I'll put the link, as always, in the top corner and in the description. Not the most entertaining video, I know, but I hope that's helped you. Before you go, there is one last video I'm going to put at the end of this video, and that is how to clean up the motor before you put your new carbon brushes on. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Henry help videos.